so we were hallucinating that a pink cat was literally right there alongside us.
An ancestor said to
It
possess
was
the
but a
stealth of 40
mirage.
thieves.
Yes.
No surprise.
But
then,
what is no
this
mirage is that
research
we're
revealed
on
that
to the
this guy
final
was a
chapter,
charter member
or the
of
biggest
infamous
chapter, final
40
big
Thieves.
chapter of the game, of
For
Salim
once, it
and
appeared
the
we had
40
plenty of backup
Thieves.
to help out with this job.
Where'd everyone go?
However,
What the
we
fuck?
were shocked to find
Yeah.
that most of the thieves had
Long story
already
short,
retired.
as you can see in the subtitles,
Having made their
they
fortunes and
they're
gotten
spending their
older,
golden
these
years
great
in jolly
thieves had
retirement.
decided to call it quits.
We came
Enjoy
about
the
20
golden
years
years
too
in
late.
peace.
Well, I mean, hopefully they can't be
most
too
of the thieves are
hard.
gone, and oh,
Was the unmistakable
don't worry
presence
about
of
that.
Cyril the Paradox.
And the Paradox's goons are here again.
Nasty-looking guards
Of
patrolled
course.
everywhere, and it was clear that
You stinky
something
bastard.
sinister was
Ah.
going on.
This is
After
not my
some
taste.
detective work, Bentley had even worse news. No one had seen Salim Al-Kupar for some
Is this a
time.
good
What
one
happened?
poster?
He had been working with a few of the remaining thieves.
Well, I
but
mean,
simply
Okay, so
vanished.
kudos to him for
Went out about it.
keeping himself active up until
So where
his
was
disappearance.
That was the first thing we
Mm-hmm.
needed to figure out.
But for now, here we are in grand old Saudi Arabia, I think. Or
Yeah, I believe
Agrabah,
so.
Or not Agrabah. You get the gist.
Welcome to 40 Thieves.
Thieves
40 lack thereof.
have nothing up their sleeve. I can't keep that rhyme up right now. So let's just get out. Let's get a move on. Let's see what we can do along the prowl out here.
One of these days, I'm
nice
gonna
little
nail
vivid-
that Broadway.
They won't know what hit them. I mean, so far a pretty nice, vivid. Oh,
Oh boy, that's a reach.
out of the hair.
You sneaky loser,
Get out of
you. I'm the one that does the sneaking around here.
That's my kid.
You little bastard.
But yep. Otherwise, honestly, a very nice, vivid locale. I do enjoy this place a bit.
Agreed.
I do too.
Head over here.
You gotta admit though, like, this is more so just relating to, real life biology and all that, but like, it's gotta suck being a desert animal with a lot of fur.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I know they.
Yeah.
I know they have. I know they have some things that can help them out, like certain skills, like I guess using cooling sand or water or whatever. Which fortunately, this whole city is in an abundance of. Nice flowing river around here.
Yep.
It's actually honestly not all that too dissimilar from the India sections of Sly 2, just in a more sunsetty locale.
Yeah.
Sunsetty and a whole lot more sandy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Which, like, just having all that sand on one's fur has gotta be real annoying. Ain't that right, Sly?
I hate sand. It's.
It
Well, I
gets
thought it was. Isn't that right, Slide? Not isn't that right, Bentley?
I was just going on the line that I don't know if Sly would say, "I hate sand. It gets everywhere." No, but I thought that'd be more of a thing for Bentley to say.
Also, not gonna lie, it's not every day you see
everywhere.
a regular mook type that's in this franchise that's a female.
Like,
Yeah.
like distinctly feminine. Like that's the thing. Like again, like for better or for worse, I feel like the designs of this game went very much even more like before you can make the argument of okay, no, they're mostly just the animals by themselves, but they even went even further anthropomorphized for this game.
Yeah, for both better and worse.
Yep.
Come here, Mr.
freaking
Okay,
butt.
no, Mr. Monkey Man.
And I mean,
I'm not
now that I
doing
think
that.
about
I
it,
didn't know treasure.
to this level's credit, at least the bigger mooks here look a little more visually distinct than all the other ones we've encountered so far.
Oh yeah, where they're very tall, very like
Very tall,
upright,
very
standing.
brown, very furry, and well, okay, maybe not so much the furry part, but like they were tall, brown, and very broad looking.
Yeah, they had like a nice they had not say the word nice, a nice trim physique, upper body build. No, here
And they always had a really weird look on their faces too.
yeah, weird scowl to them.
Yeah.
I mean, again, that's just a byproduct of this game's really wonky art style.
Yeah.
Pardon me, ma'am.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I said pardon me.
Where's the lake, ma'am?
Where's the lake, man?
I'm gonna die out here if I'm not careful.
Are you
Be
okay,
careful,
Mary?
there's-
Finland!
That's exactly what it would be like. Get these coins. Jump up here.
At the very least, once we're done with this is the last time we'll ever have to worry about clue bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, although we'll say right
true.
now, unfortunately, I will not. I don't believe I'll be able to get every single one of them because, more so than
Whoa!
usual.
Whoa! Yeesh!
I got it. I mean, don't forget, I wouldn't have taken damage anyway thanks to that Raleigh hat from the last chapter.
That is true.
But at the very least, I believe there are still going to be some clue bottles that are going to be required. What's up there? That are going to be required to the costume. The costume and its inherent ability are going to be important. Which
That's right, yeah.
I don't mind the costume, but it is odd to me in a sense, considering the ability that this costume gives us for those who, are, quick on the memory of what the original games had. The ability that this costume gives us is one that we already knew from the Thievius Raccoonus in the first game.
Oh, yeah. More on that later.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's just a little odd, but... I mean, I'm not gonna... Whenever it comes to a Metroidvania or any sort of game that gives you a bunch of abilities, I can't necessarily fault it every time for not coming up with okay, how do we explain how they lost all their abilities? Did they get amnesia? Did they eat too much and play too many video games in between things?
Or my favorite...
Games, we still gotta beat that at some point.
Or my favorite is... Or my favorite is, I don't know if it was between Metroid 1 and 2 or 2 and Super, but just Samus standing there, rockets thrown at them.
I think that was a joke, but
yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a joke.
No, it was a joke. I'm just trying to remember which review that was.
I don't remember, but I do know that off the top of my head, like the one actual legit time it happened was in the beginning of Metroid Prime 1, where literally apparently just slamming her into a wall hard enough was hitting her into a wall hard enough was also enough to completely system reboot the entire thing.
Didn't Fusion have an explanation where because of the surgery to try to fix her suit, they had to get rid of a lot of her upgrades?
Yeah.
I believe that's also
more so. They pretty much have to strip her of the majority of her power suit just to save her life. And unfortunately, that the power suit in and of itself has the good majority of her abilities. Hence why, the SAX was as much of a threat as it was.
Right. And then the other thing being the other part being that they also couldn't really put her into a new suit because unfortunately too much of her original body had been warped into the rest of the power suit, creating the fusion suit.
Right.
It's kind of weird. Something we can get more into once we actually do fusion for the channel.
Yeah, we still got time. We got. Yep. We still got to cover Prime 2.
Mm-hmm. Prime 2, Other M, Prime 3.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, indeed.
Yeah, we definitely got our work cut out for us.
Going to be very interesting.
Oh, we'll see you, Matt, in Metroid Dread in 2025.
See you guys.
Give or take, depending on how fast you guys record those games.
Now watch this Fusion. Now watch this Fusion gets the remake treatment like Mercury Steam always wanted to, and we end up covering that before we covered Metroid Dread.
I guess random thought. Would you be okay with that, James? I guess just now that I mean, as you see here, it's more or less the same as what I've been doing this whole time. What do you think about the Game Boy controls of Fusion compared to if they were to have a full with analog sticks and stuff control?
I mean, I'd still say as far as you don't want to climb that one yet.
I'm gonna try and do this.
Oh. Yeah, no, those asps are a little too quick for you, buddy.
Come on.
Yep.
Got it. But definitely not when you're
ass.
supposed to get it. Definitely not when you're supposed to get this early. I agree. But okay, we'll just get on and move on with this. But yeah, Game Boy control. What do you think?
I'd say they work fine. I mean, even with the Dread under my belt, it's not really that hard to readjust to how Fusion handled itself. The only thing to keep in mind is the fact that the speed booster happens automatically, as opposed to having to press a button in order to activate it.
That's fair.
But yeah, more on that later. Now it's time to get back to the plot. Robotic Butler Sly, really? After all this time, that's your next big comeback?
One time.
Wait, Cooper DNA?
I collected it from you while you were asleep.
Do I want to know which end you collected from?
Bentley, you could have just asked me for a strand of my hair, and I would have obliged without any.
Oh, no. A strand of your hair doesn't contain enough DNA. I had to get really deep to get the DNA samples that I require.
Please don't use the word deep in reference to anyone's DNA ever again, Bentley.
Well, don't ask me where I got from.
And for those curious, the way my joke was gonna be. Oh,
hello.
we actually we have our own detective vision now. Yeah, I hear.
Batman still did this first.
I know. The other thing, the other joke I was going to put with that though, hype, was the fact that like, you could have just asked me for a strand of my hair. Oh, but don't you know, a thief? I felt that itch, don't you know? I had to steal it, good and fair and proper.
God damn it, Bentley.
You know what?
None of that makes sense.
Respect.
Right. More on this strange door later, way later.
Yeah. Logan, that door has been forever permanently scarred into Logan's memory.
To this day,
Because
he
of
can
the very contrived means of opening it. Go ahead, hype.
To this day, anytime he walks by it at the store, he still can't help but flinch.
I have to hold my beloved's hand just a little tighter and be like, I'm sorry.
Who is your beloved, by the way?
We don't talk.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought you and James don't talk about that. Slow burner.
The counseling has done wonders, though. Thank you for asking.
Well, I'm glad to hear.
My God,
We've been so
What
much
was that,
better off
Pikmin?
since
That
those.
was-
We've been so much better off.
at least until Pikmin 4 comes along, then we may that may drag in some new things into
Yeah.
matters.
Well, you know what? If Pikmin 4 does actually decide to include online co-op, me and Matt will be your counselors again.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
You may be in there. You may be there in the barracks with us, depending on how that multiplayer goes down.
That is true, considering that, like, I think I mentioned this before, but I have yet to touch any of the games up to this point.
I still think you should give 3 a chance if you haven't already.
Maybe eventually.
I mean, even if it's something where like if you need one of us to like join you just to kind of like show you the ropes and stuff with like the co-op help and stuff, I don't mind. Oh, there you are. A hair follicle. A big one.
It's like a hairball.
Yeah. Yeah, it was different times back then for the raccoons.
Can raccoons cock up hairballs?
I'm looking that up.
No?
Let's add that to my Google search history for now.
Raccoons are weird creatures.
Hairball lick. Let's see.
They are, but they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Though.
Yes, they are.
Let's see.
Turtles are funnier.
I believe the hippo is the king of comedy, as it is referred colloquially.
We practically oh, sorry.
I was about to say King of Comedy. Your fucking mouth is a fucking munching killer.
I was about to say, like, King of Comedy, more like the King of Carnage.
Are they?
Clearly.
Who says that they can't be mutually exclusive, Sly?
Let's see. Oh, he's on a boat.
He's on a boat.
Well, answer me this question, Murray. Have you killed someone with your mouth?
Hello?
Not this week.
Aren't you?
And who are you?
Oh,
Well, there you go.
there he is.
So we suddenly just drop on in his little boat retreat.
I'm a thief like you, but
Yeah, but like the fact that like he wasn't kidnapped or anything, he's
how
just
about you come back to my
here.
friend's hideout and I can explain myself.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
about you go lick a camel's hump?
Okay.
Yeah, he's a bit of
I
a.
know you're in trouble.
He's been in the business for so
I can
long. He's
explain
grown a
everything.
little
Let's go where we can talk safely.
crotchety.
Besides, you look hungry. How would you like some food?
Food? It was foolish of you not to mention that in the first place. Let's go.
He's a very swift one though.
Yes,
Back
he
at the
is.
hideout,
Yes, he
introductions
is.
went quickly.
The
as
portal
Slim stuffed
cake.
his face. He told us about his problem.
So what happened?
Some new player calling herself Miss Decibel had rolled into town and started throwing
Oh
lots
boy,
of money
here
around.
we go.
It didn't take
Yeah,
a
that would
genius
win
to
her
figure
over.
out who the time
You ever
traveler
heard the
had
phrase
was
"the
here.
show's not over till the fat
So
lady
even the
sings"?
three remaining
I think we
thieves
Don't worry,
with this game,
don't
we're gonna mean that literally.
Disappearing into
And don't worry, the game makes that joke way too
Miss
often as
Decibel
well.
being the target.
But unfortunately, when they went to
Of
go
course,
rob
with her technology,
the modern
she
time
had
traveling
easily
thief,
captured his thief brothers, and Salim had been trying
they
to
died.
a plan to free them.
And
ever since.
that's the only one that survived.
Uncovered some
No,
interesting
well, no.
background
So,
information.
thankfully, none of them
Miss
died.
Decibel
But
came from a
let's actually
wealthy
learn about
British family.
the Decibel a little
Her
more.
true love was
She
classical
loved
music.
classical music. Wanted to.
Wasn't very good at it, though.
No.
Oh,
I mean, it's kind of amazing she got a whole stage to herself with that performance.
When your parents are billionaires, it probably helps. But then she pulled a Carrie,
Combination.
and in the middle of her tantrum,
Oh,
After suffering a freak accident during a tantrum, she was left unable to play music normally.
oh,
However, when she
It's the
discovered she
music
could control
meister.
people with her hypnotic
no, ladies and
tones,
gentlemen, we don't know
a
why
new
either.
criminal was
They just
born.
run. Let's just run
She
with it.
began using her
I'll just go with how we call it, the Music Meister. Essentially, yeah, Now
You told
she,
Celine about the
now she
paradox,
can
and
control the
whole
minds of
thing
other
made
people.
some
Hence,
strange
how she
kind of
could have
sense to him.
convinced Penelope to
The
give
bad
them the
news was
time
that he
travel
wasn't completely
machine.
convinced that
Exactly.
we were there to help him.
Yeah.
I could see I was going to have to prove myself. Again.
Every single time. It's never another day, another death course. Now then, what can we
Dive
do?
attack.
Oh yeah. While gliding, you press X to X square to slam down against someone.
I'm sorry, that's a weird way to say circle button, Sly.
We don't use this. We don't use the square
Apparently,
word here.
Salim lost a small fortune betting on the camels
The
a while
square the
back
train
and had
made
to
back
pawn
in
his
the
thief
90s.
outfit. Sly, if we can buy that outfit back for Salim, I'm sure
So
we
we
can
gotta come up
gain
with a
his
bunch of
trust.
money to go buy ourselves
Shopkeeper
the
is a
grand
security
costume.
freak, a
Yep.
real head case. His place is a fortress, and he never leaves. All business is conducted through a slot in the door.
It could be worse.
Think this is
Slim Cognito
one
did the
time
same
we're
thing.
gonna have to
Kept him
play
alive
it
for years.
straight and pay the
Anky
man what he
eyes.
wants. As you might
Very,
imagine, his price
old-fashioned.
is pretty steep. The shopkeeper will only accept payment in the form of flawless gemstones.
Where have I heard
Three
that
to be
plot point
exact.
before?
You know, as you
Gems
do.
of that quality around
We
here
did this
are the
already. We
decorative
have plenty of
stones
it.
embedded in
We'll
the
just
city
do
walls.
that.
I've located the 3 largest specimens for you. All you have to do is remove them, avoid the guards, and bring them to the shop.
That's
Just
easy.
make sure those gems are still flawless when you get there.
Okay. That again, we've done this. I'm sure we're gonna be just fine. So
Hopefully
heading
we won't
over
have to
to
worry
our-
about lugging those red gemstones around with trampolines.
Oh my god, no! Thank goodness I don't have to do that again. That's one of those things where whenever I go back to play that game again, I have to like prepare myself for those kind of challenges.
Well, I
I
mean,
mean,
thankfully the mission itself is fairly short.
It only
I
happens
want
like the one
this.
time.
Why is
Okay.
it designed like that? Okay, one flawless gem.
Judging from your tone, it doesn't look flawless.
It's covered in slobber from a statue, even.
How can a
you
statue
don't.
slobber?
I have so many questions, Bentley.
You ever stop and think, like, if that's the actual logic behind it, then what the heck is it? What does the innards of a statue even look like?
It shouldn't move that smoothly. I'm just. I'm like, okay. Let's just head back.
Hey,
this
look,
way.
it's like I have 2 little jeweled wings.
Now
Oh,
you see,
yeah,
ladies and
yeah.
gentlemen, why we do the clue bottle hunting beforehand.
Oh yeah, no, because it allows me, it gives me the excuse again. I think it's always been perfect because it allows me to show off the entire landscape as best I can and give me the excuse to start flipping around it and save us minutes at a time.
Alright, I'll just make sure you get those gems to the shop in one piece.
So yeah, see right there, notice the reticle. That would have been like if I was gliding, I could have pounced right onto them
Oh,
immediately from.
that was a
But I
big
don't-
arc. That was a big arc on that target.
Oh, for sure, but be careful. I don't believe it counts as a stealth kill, so using it on the big mooks wouldn't be good.
Open up!
What do you want?
I'm here to buy the thief outfit.
Sorry, I do not believe one such as yourself could meet my price. Good day.
Oh, that's too bad. I guess I'll just have to go bet these gems on the camel races.
There you go.
You have gems.
That's how you sweet talk 'em.
Yeah.
Man, these rocks are so heavy, I can barely lift them. You want the gems? I want the outfit. Do we have a deal?
Indeed.
Thank
If
you.
want to
Very
purchase
straight
these
to the
old
point. I
rags,
can dig
who
that.
am I to object? All sales final, no returns.
Yeah. Fortunately, he thinks these are just old rags, but for a Cooper,
Huh? There you are.
Oh!
they have mystical powers.
Whoa. Snazzy. And he comes with a complimentary cane.
Yeah.
Or, excuse me, scepter.
Well, it can be
I
used
just
as a cane.
Yeah,
how
it
this
totally
even
can
gives-
be.
I love how this even gives us a goatee or whatever in the icon up there in the upper left.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
love it.
Also, sword.
yeah, that just suddenly pops out. Well, actually, no, it is on your back. But yeah, this is the primary function behind the suit. When you slow down time, it means the likes of those asps on the urn will not be able to catch up to you while climbing these ropes. Or
And it actually allows you to
But
do
of course,
some...
it uses the meter.
Yep. But it also leads... No.
Yeah, I was about to say you also
Get
skipped the one up
back.
there.
Oh no, that wasn't a clue.
Get
That was
back
that was
here,
that
you
was just a
little
random that
bastard.
was just a random treasure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was
Get back
gold.
here, you little bastard.
It was gold colored, not green.
All right, where's the last one? Let's see if I go back yonder.
This is a very, very weird way
Here's
of
another
doing it.
example. Normally, get out here.
Gone.
Ow.
Another example of why you need to use it is, I'm gonna hit you with this. I'm gonna hit you with this sword now, man. Don't
not
dance.
giving you
I'm
the
gonna
time of
hit you.
day.
Frickin' fine. This is another reason. Normally, these chains would break apart before you even have a chance to climb up them. But so I will say that the interactions you do with it is neat. How much they require it.
Which is, yeah, pretty cool. Again, the only problem is that, like, the costume itself looks like something that Sly could just wear while still doing his regular abilities, but such is not the case.
And again, we had this
you go.
ability in Sly 1.
Bam!
Boop.
Yeah, so it doesn't actually do an instant kill, so you gotta be careful about it. Here, well, the safe also we can't get to just yet. I think we have to get underneath here, so let's try and time.
Hopefully Salim won't mind us actually wearing his little duds.
Yeah,
Only if you don't mind the smell.
they look better on me anyway.
Boy, you sass me like that. It's like you should have seen me when I was your age. I could literally lift iron compared to you.
I was quite the oh. That's our
Hello.
first time seeing him now in the flesh. First, Miss Decibel.
There's her, and
Sounds like the perfect
yeah,
opportunity for
right to your
Actually-
side is the paradox.
I'm gonna be real. Again, power to everybody, but I just do not care for the visual design of some of the characters in this. They just genuinely look a little
Thanks for the
gross to
info.
look at.
I'm on
Yeah, very uncanny. Like they,
Something-
like,
like
they
versus-
look more befitting
like
of a.
versus with-
They look like more befitting of a. I'm sorry, go right ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, for instance, with Miss Miss Decibel, just something about her mouth and like the lipstick still on her. But, well.
I'd still say that the paradox is a little worse about that, considering the way his mouth's all shaped up. Honestly, some of these designs look like they belong more so in a, I don't know, some third-rate Ren and
What's
Stimpy
Billy
type
and Mandy
show.
like?
That kinda.
You know, it really just makes me wonder if not the original artist, then like a really good mimic of said the original art of the Sly games would like try to like see how those characters would look like in the original art style.
I would be very interested to see, but just, yeah, something about the narrowness of his face and...
I've never seen better forgeries.
Also, for some odd reason, unlike in her, like when you see her in the 2D animated stuff, in-game she looks green.
And my royal lineage is discovered. My wealth and power will be unstoppable.
Interesting.
There is one teensy little problem. We still need to feed our little worker bees, but our supplies are running low.
Why do they need to
What
eat?
himself, the pamper, seems to
Because if they don't eat, they can't work.
Scorpion claws.
Scorpion claws.
Yeah, very well. I shall have some delivered immediately. Whatever it takes to keep these vermin working.
So they're
Oh,
having
and
people
one more
work on...
thing. Tell your guards if they don't capture Cooper,
Oh,
I will have them all fired and then executed.
fair enough.
We definitely do live in a time period where such a thing would still be illegal.
Handled. But yeah, it seems like now what's happening is very similar to what happened with the Grizz, actually. Yeah, okay, thank you, Bentley.
You can talk
They
over.
never stop talking. I know, it's just like, that's again, I think with Life Wars. They never stop talking. Anyway,
I wonder if I could train
it seems like he's doing the same thing, where the Paradox is having fake birthright heritage documents forged to make it seem like the Paradox is actually a rich, like, auspicious Arabian, like, lineage of kings, so that he can go to the present day and actually act like a royal heir. Oh, dears.
It must be yours, the camel hair.
Camel hair. How about all the sand that's everywhere, dude? Like this can't be doing her. This can't be doing
So much
her
dust.
nostrils any favors.
Also, I haven't seen a single
Imagine
camel
what-
here.
Yeah, actually, you're right. I haven't seen anyone yet. But otherwise, again, meanwhile, welcome to this whole land where it's so dusty the roads are made of it.
Well, darling, this dry environment.
Also, I think I've said this before, I'll say it again. I still think it's kind of weird we have a character like Miss Decibel here and now, whereas like 2 games ago, we literally had authentic elephants acting like actual elephants.
I want you
Yeah.
to hear me.
Yeah.
Do not fail me like those other idiots, Sherry. I'd hate to see you stranded here permanently.
Nolan's doing his best job to do a French accent.
Yeah.
Yep.
The others have failed.
I don't know why, but for some reason, his attempt to put on a French accent makes him sound like Ren.
Turn my back on her. You understand.
Oh, yes, of course.
You say that, he actually would,
Idiot.
honestly, he would make a pretty good Ren.
I could, if he did this voice, I could hear like,
Well, I mean, like, basically, like, his voice for Engine basically is just him doing Ren voice.
Our reserves are almost depleted.
oh, that's right, yeah.
Filthy hoodlums into submission? Yeah, fine. I will send a delivery boy.
Okay. Some more weird foods. I mean, okay, fine. No one has to be a genius to figure out where this is going. Just keep listening to them. They'll keep mentioning more wacky foods, and Sly's gonna suddenly pose as the interim delivery boy.
Those filthy little
Yeah, that's usually how it goes.
So, any more requests?
Oh no, sweetums, I believe that's all. As soon as the documents are complete, I will deliver them personally.
Magnifique! Then I should have them very soon.
Oh wait, there is one last itty bitty little
Just
thing.
say it already,
The one
Cruella.
called the Lion.
Cruella.
Say it!
Just a favor,
Just the hair, just suddenly, that's what first came to my head.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Fine, you shall have them. But I had better get those papers quickly.
I will also give the Paradox this. For throughout all that I've seen, at least as far as is rendered in the game, he has very good bodily control.
I
Yeah?
mean, for a skunk, yeah.
Yeah. Which reminds me, what did you think of that Pepe Le Pew script that you were telling me about, Hype?
I didn't get to finish reading it, but from people I've heard that have read, apparently it sounds really good. Like, allegedly it was going to be, like, the first, probably only one since, like, the compilation movies, like, released years ago, that would have been, like, a fully animated Looney Tunes movie.
Italian accent.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
That
Sly.
was never part of your character arc, ever.
There was only...
But
it was just a small thing in Sly 3. You didn't need to come back.
Dude, like, he said he wanted to be buried in his sauce. Yeah.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Well, and then afterwards he had, like, that whole tangent about eating food.
It's like, have we been missing out on a whole world of culture? Like, what if there was like a sauce like, forget about the sauce already?
Okay,
Yes,
good. We have one more of these to find. And then we eat.
Then we eat. Yeah,
And
that's
then we eat.
fantastic.
I still will
wait a
love
minute.
if they...
Who
Oh,
is this little peepsqueak?
Yes, identify yourself.
Hey, two main villains, you should know me by name.
The delivery boy. You were called.
Oh my.
I don't recognize
Why in the
your
world
stuff.
in Arabia would you think that this is the time for this particular voice?
Exactly. It's like, unless they brought in some actual, Italian workforce, excuse me, Italian people to your workforce, it's like, there's no call for this.
Okay, now here comes a quick little quiz.
What food does the panther require?
Why the panther loves the
Oh,
scorpion.
never mind. The game does that for me. Fair enough.
Yeah. that would have been interesting if they actually did try to quiz you on that.
Hurry up, please.
Yeah. Also, hey, interesting news.
Hmm?
Remember that one game we were looking at, the many pieces of Mr. Koo, that hand-drawn, weird, surreal point-and-click game?
Yeah.
Apparently, a demo is now available on Steam.
Oh, cool.
That is neat. I'll give it a shot. Anywho, now that we know how to find the 3 remaining thieves that were with Salim when they were both, all captured, now we can actually start working on trying to save them from whatever document-ridden fate they have. So, stay tuned.
And hopefully between this last part and the next one, Sly will actually ditch the fucking accent.
well, that's the only other time he uses it in the game.